Today we're just going to talk about some issues that IT managers face in the modern workplace and just ways around that. I'm here with Calvin Baldwin, one of our solution engineers, and we're here to just talk about compliance and automation and a few things around that. So yeah, Calvin, how are you?
Yeah, I'm great. We've been thinking about this for quite a while and come up with something to help out, to really help IT managers in the environment. We've both been in the industry for quite a long time.
True story.
And we've both experienced the pain of audits.
Yeah.
And prepping for those things.
Well, it's so painful.
Yeah, no, it is. And especially when you have your boss on your tail, 1 week before the auditors are supposed to arrive, and you're supposed to give the auditors a file full of audit results like this, and you got everything else to do still.
Yeah, it's crazy. So we both have a quite a colorful history of being in IT for a few years, and audits are usually the biggest problem that we face on a year-to-year basis. The simple reason is that we don't have time to do these things, and we have to stop and drop everything to just get through the audits. And the weird thing is that usually it's like Santa's naughty or nice list, right? We're usually naughty, and then this list is there to keep us accountable. And we say last year, yeah, we're going to do this year, and it's going to be nice when the audit final. But then these things creep in the whole time, and it's repeatable, and the same errors that came up last year just creeps up again here. And so what other issues are IT managers usually facing?
Well, I think part of the issue is being able to report effectively to management as well. Not only to the auditors, because the IT manager is also responsible or accountable to his bosses, his management. And at the end of the day, he's got to be able to show that he's doing his job, and the way he does his job is if the engineers are doing their jobs. But the problem is, as engineers, we're always running around putting out fires most of the time. And although we have the best of intentions to get things done, to be compliant with whatever standards that an organization has in place, whether those be CIS or internal standards, there's always those day-to-day issues that stop us from being able to do that effectively.
I think that what people want in modern organizations is that they want that consistency, right? I think people want predictability. Things are supposed to be in place. They're supposed to be predictable. If a firewall port's supposed to be open or closed, it's there, or a person has access to a certain piece of technology. Those things should be taken care of, and I think the industry is ripe for perhaps a solution that could perhaps help us with something like this.
No, I think another problem is that you have engineers changing things on a day-to-day basis. You have change management processes in place. You have other documentation processes in place, but sometimes things fall through the cracks.
Yeah.
And sometimes people make changes that you don't really know about, or they are documented in some ITSM system or in the change management system. And when the auditors come along and they're like, okay, what changes have you made to XYZ? Now you've got to go back to your ITSM system or your change management system and try and draw a report.
And that's usually if those changes were documented or known unknowns, but because people jump in to put out fires, right? And then when they put out fires, they do undocumented changes across the entire infrastructure stack. It could be in a cloud environment or on-prem and so on. And these things are never documented, or there's no follow-through, or people just said, yes, I will put it in the system tomorrow, and then the next fire comes along, the next interruption, the next phone call, the next ticket, and people never document these things. Okay, so...
Yeah, and I think another issue that you bring up is documentation. Documentation has been the bane of my life. I hate writing documentation. And I actually don't know of a single engineer that I've ever worked with in my career that likes to write documentation. Imagine there was a way you could write documentation that actually was
human readable,
but also the machine could use, the computer could use to see if it was in compliance.
We have a solution for this, and we would love to show you some more.